There is no difference between a lion of 50,000 years ago or 5,000 years ago and the present day lion. They are the same lion. If you put the lion in a zoo, he becomes worse. Lion in the jungle is better than a zoo lion. Well, human beings, you find the cultural growth. The man who was wandering in the forest was a hunter and hunting and picking roots. And the man today, at least he claims he is more civilized. Some people dispute that also. Because they have no standard of civilization. So they say, we are not sure. Maybe the man in the jungle, running behind the rats and catching them and roasting the rat and eating, that man may be better. There are people who have that idea also. But we don't believe in that. Human beings can grow culturally to higher levels of existence. So in culture, the most important is words which are carriers of ideas. And they are the defining objects are the guru and the shishya, the student. The universities, colleges, teachers come, they teach and they transfer knowledge. So we must have a method of receiving stimulus, processing them into knowledge and information and pass on and store that knowledge and devise a method of passing on that knowledge. All these are part of our cultural heritage. So guru becomes very, very important on that dimension. Without the guru, this is not possible. And shishya also is important. There should be learning community. Nowadays they talk about a learning society. We should continuously learn. Learning should not end after the college. I closed my books and I never dared to look at them or wanted to look at them. It must be a learning and growing society. So, Acharya Purva Rupam Andeva Sittara Rupam Vidya Sandhi. This meditation can be prescribed for college students. Before the college begins, this is the meditation. Acharya Purva Rupam Andeva Sittara Rupam. So they are part of the same process, the teacher and the student. They are not antagonists, they are friends. They mutually nourish and cherish. And then Vidya Sandhi. Vidya is knowledge. Knowledge is the space where they come together. So we are creating a special space here. Apart from the gross space, physical space, we are creating a knowledge space, like an internet. Internet is a different space altogether, where the net citizens come together and communicate. Or the library, it's a different space there, different quality, it smells different. You can have a different feeling there. So that's the space, the knowledge space. And there what connects is pravachanakam, teaching. Teaching is what connects the teacher and the student. Pravachanakam sandhanam ityati vidyam. Thus meditation on vidya, knowledge. Knowledge and meditation. So what are the four factors involved in knowledge and meditation? Guru, Shishya, Vidya and Pravachana. Pravachana. Why Pravachana? Because it should be purposeful talk, not simple just talking something. It should be purposeful, and I told you the introduction and summary, summarization, introduction, logical exposition, repetition, praise of the knowledge and the benefit of study, all these are to be expounded by the teacher. These are very important. Otherwise, nobody will be motivated to study. Now we come to the biological world. That also is a very important biological world. The biological lineage. In the biological world, who is the most important person? Atha-thi-prajam. Atha, thereafter, Ati-praja. Meditation with reference to the lineage, the family lineage. In the family, who is the most important person? Mata Purva Rupam. Mother is the most important. She is the connecting link. She connects everybody. Mata means mother. Mata Purva Rupam. And the other important person in the family is Pidottara Rupam, father is the other important. They are all part of the same process. Pidottara Rupam Praja Sandhihi. And the father and the mother come together in an atmosphere, in a space called Praja. Praja means progeny, children. It is children which draws them together. If there is no children, they for 1 or 2 years they enjoy life, thereafter they look at each other, wondering why did they come together. Did they ever came together? There is nothing to inspire them. So children are a necessary nuisance in marriage. So they keep it going and keep you engaged, and there is challenge, daily challenges, and there is a purpose for your life. Oh, at least I must live for my children. Both of them agree. So Praja Sandhihi, progeny. Praja means progeny, is a space where they come together. They create space. They create a new world for them. Isn't it? When the first child comes, the whole world is different. There is meaning, there is purpose, there is energy, there is enthusiasm. You look at the whole world differently. Every sunrise is a new message for you. There is no child. Every sunrise is a bleak day for you. The children are very, very important for family life. Praja Sandhihi. Then Prajananakum Santhanam. And what joins the family together, the father and the mother and the children together as a well-linked organism, is their love, the love between them, the father, mother and the children. So Prajanana means love, togetherness and the love between them. So the family is maintained essentially by love, sacrifice. Love means to sacrifice, to do something for the other without any expectation is the meaning of love. Happily doing something for the other. In all other relationships there is an expectation, a quid pro quo. I do this, you do something else in lieu of that. But in a family relation there is no expectation. There is not supposed to have any expectation. Everybody is giving and giving, sharing with everybody else. So Praja Sandhihi Prajananakum Santhanam. So Prajanana is the love between the father, parents and children. That keeps the family glued together. Prajananakum Santhanam. So 4 aspects are there. Father, mother, children and the love. Is it not a good thing to meditate? Every day you meditate that as a family, this is the object of meditation. So let's read that once more. Adhadhi prajam Mata Purva Rupam Pidottara Rupam Praja Sandhihi Prajananakum Santhanam Ityadhi Prajam. This is the progeny meditation, or the meditation on the biological aspect of your life. Now those who are not married, then how will they meditate? This meditation is not possible. Sannyasis. For them the earlier meditation, the Guru, Shishya, knowledge and communication between the Guru and Shishya, that becomes. You can have only 2 types of life, 2 lifestyles. One lifestyle is marriage, children, etc. The other is living in a Gurukula, not family but Gurukula, in the environment of a teacher. Either you are a student and a brahmachari, or you are a grahastha. Both are possible. You can continue to be a brahmachari and pursue the higher knowledge. Or you can marry and settle down. In our marriage, the boy goes to Kashi. There is a mock practice like that. The boy, before the marriage ceremony, the boy is going to Kashi. He is not going, he just pretends that he is going. Then the girl's father, with a lot of money or everything, please don't go, I have a girl for you, please come and marry her and look after her, and why do you go to Kashi? Kashi you can go anytime. And the boy is brought back, and he marries. So that was the first mistake he did. And thereafter all the problems began. So he says, either you go to Kashi or a Gurukula and spend your time thinking of God, or you marry and settle down and do your duties, 3 kinds of duties. So these are the 2 lifestyles possible. There is no third lifestyle. Neither married nor in the Gurukula, wandering on the road. Such a lifestyle is not allowed in our scriptures. He is a dangerous person also. Nobody knows how to define him. What is he? Where is he? So either marriage or Gurukulavas. These are the 2 choices we have. Ityadhi prajam adhadhyatmam. Now we shall talk about adhyatma meditation. Adhyatma means with reference to the individual. The meditation on the self, the individual himself. And what are the important aspects of the individual? What are the important aspects of the individual? So he says, let's read that. Adhadhyatmam athara hanuf purva rupam uttara hanuruttara rupam vak sandhihi jikhva santhanam. So in an individual, the most important aspect is his mouth, he says. Mouth is the most important, to speak and to eat. You have to speak and you have to eat also. So tongue is a dual purpose sense organ. You can speak with the tongue, you can eat also. And what defines an individual is ability to speak. If you cannot speak, you cannot communicate. You cannot announce who you are. Speaking is very, very important. It defines you. It gives you an identity, respect, dignity. Now he says, the Rishi says, as an individual, since speech organ is the most important organ, and the speech organ function, when we say speech organ, it involves a lot of factors, like the vocal cord, the tongue, the teeth. All these are part of the speech organ. And then you speak. So he says, Atharahanu purva rupam. Atharahanu, the lower jaw. The lower jaw and the upper jaw. So in speech you have to use the jaw, the lower jaw and upper jaw in speech and eating. If you have no jaw, how will you chew and masticate and swallow? It's not possible. If you have no jaw, how will you speak? So therefore, in speaking and eating, what is important is the upper and the lower jaws. So Athara Hanu means the lower jaw, Uttara Hanu is the upper jaw. So these 2 jaws, the lower and the upper jaw, are the prior and the posterior form, which defines the individual. So Athara Hanu purva rupam, Uttara Hanuruttara rupam, Vak sandhihi. Vak means the speech. The speech is the space where these 2, the lower jaw and the higher jaw, come together. Because that's the purpose of the jaws, lower and the upper jaw. So Vak sandhihi. Vak is the space, speech is the space where they come together, because that's the purpose of these two organs or these two aspects. So Vak Santihi Jikhva Santhanam. Jikhva means the tongue. Tongue is the connecting link. So the lower jaw, the upper jaw, speech and the tongue. Tongue is the connecting link. Jikhva Santhanam Ityadhyatmam. Thus, the meditation on the individual is explained, he says. This is the individual's meditation on the individual. Of course, there are various important parts for the individual. There is the brain, there is the head, the hand, the legs. But of all these, what defines an individual is his ability to speak. That's why when you lose your speech, capacity to speak, you don't know. Nobody can understand who is this person. He has to announce himself. Atarahanufpurvarupam uttara. So how do you meditate? You sit down, the lower jaw, the upper jaw, speech and the tongue. Meditate on that. And because of this, you are able to live as an individual. Otherwise people will walk over you. Somebody stands on your toe. Of course you can kick him away, that is one method. Or you can tell him, please keep your shoe from my toe. Take your shoe from my toe. You can say that. So speech is very, very important, because of which you are able to interact, communicate, learn. All these are possible because of speech, which defines the individual. Vak santihi jikhva santhanam ityadhyatmam. Thus the meditation on the self. So now we have 5 meditations we have discussed. One was the meditation on the physical object, then the luminous objects, then the cultural aspect, the biological aspect, and then the individual himself. You meditate on the individual. So these 5 meditations you can practice. Maybe I will guide you during the morning meditation sessions on these 5 meditations. Adhathyatmam idima mahasagum hita. Idi ima mahasagum hita. Thus, these are the great conjunctions or combinations on which you meditate. So each combination has 4 aspects, 4 factors. So you meditate on these 5 conjunctions or combinations. These are the 5 great conjunctions, Mahasamhidaha. Ya evameta mahasagum, ya evameta mahasagum hita vyakhyata veta. So Yaha, who or he may be he who, that individual, Yaha evam eta mahasagum hita vyakhyata veda. These great conjunctions, combinations, vyakhyata, as they have been explained now, vyakhyata veda. Veda means practice the meditation. Know it and practice. First you must know, then you must practice. So those who practice these meditations, what will happen to them? What is the reward that they get? Sandhi. So, ya evam eta mahasagum hida vyakhyata veda. Veda means know and meditate. Practice the meditation. These great samhita meditations. What will happen to them? What do they get as a result? The result also are explained here. Sandhiyade prajaya pashubihi brahma varchasena nadyena suvargena lokena. Sandhiyade, they get connected. Meaning they get. What do they get? Prajaya Pashubhihi. Praja means good children. Praja means good, intelligent, if possible, obedient children. These are the three things which you, intelligent and obedient children, you get them. Good children, prajaya, then children, and then you need wealth also. Pashubhihi, you need wealth and you get wealth. So wealth and children you get by this meditation. What else you get? Brahma Varchasena, Brahma Varchas. As I told you, the spiritual enlightenment glow on your face. A person who practices all this, there's a special glow on their face. So Brahma Varchas, spiritual glow, spiritual powers, Brahma Varchasena. Annadyela, Anna means food. You get good food. Adi means various other things, clothes maybe. So all that you need in life will be given to you by the daily practice of these 5 meditations. So Sandhiyade Prajaya Pashubhihi Brahma Varchasena Annadyena. Brahma Varchas, Anna, Adyena. Adi means etc. Whatever else you need. What else you need in life? Suppose there are good children, wealth, clothes, house, name, fame, Brahma Varchas. What else you need? This is all what you need in life. All those you will get by this meditation. Meditation and work also, not simply sitting and meditating. Meditation, this upasana is to be always coupled with work. This is some point, sometimes we miss that point. You have to do upasana. Upasana is always after work. Not give up work and then do upasana now. Or you must work hard for some time, then do the upasana. Otherwise, upasana doesn't help. So, Brahma Varchasena Nadyena Suvargena Lokena. Then, what else you get? Suvargena Logena. Sorga Loga. Suvargena Logena means Sorga Loga. After death you get Sorga Loga also, if you believe in that. If you don't believe in it, all these are enough for you. Children, wealth, etc. If you believe in an after life, then after death you get heaven. There also you can live comfortably. These are the benefits of this meditation. Now your problem, I am not interested in all this. Swami, you are teaching me something in which I am not interested. I have seen all this. If you are not interested in all those things, let us see whether you are interested or not. If you are not interested, something else is being taught later. In the second valley, those who are not interested in all this, they will be allowed to go to the second chapter. You understand? They alone will be allowed to sit in the study of the second chapter. But most of the people are interested in these kind of things. Now, by doing this meditation, not only that you get this, you also get inner purity, concentration, which will help you pursue the higher levels of spiritual goals. Sandhiyade Prajaya Pashubhihi Brahma Varchasena Nadyena Suvargena Lokena. Here Shankaracharya, in this the explication of this particular valley, has talked about upasana. What is the meaning of upasana? How do you do that and all that? One definition he gives is upasana, yatha shastram tulya pratyaya santadi tulya pratyaya sandadi rasankirna cha adat pratyaya, he says. Yada shastram tulya pratyaya sandadi asankirna adat pratyaya. So upasana means focusing on a particular object or a group of objects and continue to focus on that group of objects. That's called tulya pratyaya. Tulya pratyaya, same thought flow. Thoughts flow on the same direction. So if you can organize your thoughts on the same direction or object. That's called upasana. Asangirna adat pratyehi, uncontaminated by dissimilar thoughts. Maintaining the same thought about an object or a goal, maintaining the same thought, the flow of the same thought, without contamination of dissimilar, adat pratyaya, dissimilar thoughts. So without the dissimilar thoughts, you are able to maintain the same thought. For example, you are thinking of Rama, let us say. Rama, 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 Rama. In between Ravana's thought come. In between Ramaswami's thought come. In between Rampur's thought come. All kind of dissimilar thoughts come. So without those dissimilar thoughts, we can maintain in the same flow. That is called upasana. As Shankara defines upasana, maintaining the same thought flow. Yatha shastram tulya pratyaya sandadi asangirna cha adat pratyehi. Tulya pratyaya sandadi means parambara, the flow. The flow of similar thoughts. Tulya pratyaya sandadi. Tulya pratyaya means similar thoughts. Pratyaya means a thought, state of mind. So tulya pratyaya sandadi, flow of similar thoughts, uncontaminated by, asankirna means uncontaminated, unaffected by adat pratyaya, dissimilar thoughts. Adat pratyaya means dissimilar thoughts. And anybody who can cultivate that quality of mind, nothing is impossible for him. If you can have tulya pratyaya, similar, the same thought, for a few years or for a period of time, nothing is impossible. Impossible is for that person. So tulya pratyaya santoja sankirna adat pratyehi upasana yada shastram. And then the object that you choose should be as per the teaching of the Shastras. The Shastra, your goal should be very intelligently chosen. Don't choose any lower goals, like drinking, let us say. Tulya pratyaya, continuous drinking. Asankirna, unaffected by any other pursuit. Continuous pursuit of drinking. Or continuous pursuit of murder, like these terrorists. Tulya pratyaya, one thought. Asangirna adat pratyaya, unaffected by any other. Not even a thought comes. I am murdering this person. He also is like me. No thought at all. Tulya pratyaya, asangirna adat pratyehi. So that is called upasana. Ability to consistently think about your goal without affected by anything else. Nothing can distract you. I remember Tagore talking about Lenin. He said, whenever I think of Lenin, I imagine a man who is always sharpening his sword. Till he gets an opportunity to use the sword, he sharpens it. When he gets an opportunity to use it, he uses it. Then he sharpens it again. Continuously sharpening your tools. That's the kind of dedication expected of a sadhaka. Constant, continuous concentration. And for such a person, nothing is impossible. Whether you are a student or a grahastha or an upasaka, this quality is very, very. No sleep, no distraction. Like Arjuna. Once he is fascinated by an idea, then he will not rest or sleep or eat till he masters that idea. Till he masters. And hence he is called Gudakesha. He doesn't sleep. Suppose I tell you by heart this Upanishad. Till you commit it to memory, you don't eat, you don't sleep. I'm not suggesting it to you. So he says, nothing can affect you. You are so firm on that, so much focused on it. And it gives its own energy also. It gives you a lot of energy. The highest energy comes out of this upasana. So that's one meaning of upasana. Another meaning of upasana is Nikrishta vastuni utkrishta vastu adhyaropa. That's another. Nikrishta vastu means a lower form, impose a higher form. For example, you take a flag, a piece of 3 pieces of cloth, orange, white and green, stitch them together. Put a blue Ashoka chakra into. What is that? It's only a piece of cloth, stitched a piece of cloth. But then what you see there, your country, your nation. I'm talking about the Indian flag. So just on a piece of cloth you are able to see a whole nation. When you see it, you start crying. You salute it. But for an ordinary person, it is just a piece of cloth. Or you pick a piece of stone from the river, from the Narmada river, and you install it in your puja room, and you say it is Shiva. Where is Shiva? Shiva is this piece of stone. I know yesterday you picked it up, on which I stood for some time, and you picked it up, you install in your house, and you say it is Shiva. Yes, I impose that idea on that stone. And whenever I see that, all that thoughts about Shiva comes into my mind. So taking a symbol and investing it into value, higher values, that also can be called upasana. Utkrishta vastuni, nikrishta vastu, nikrishta vastuni, utkrishta vastu, adhyarobam, superimposed. So these are the 2 meanings for upasana. Now we come to the next chapter. This next chapter is meant for Medha Kamasya Shri Kamasya. One who desires Medha. Medha means brain power, intelligence. Medha, brain power, intelligence. And then Shri Kamasya, prosperity and wealth. Brain power, intelligence, prosperity and wealth. This particular mantra, chanting this mantra continuously, at least 11 times a day, will give you the brain power, the intelligence, both spiritual as well as material intelligence. So Medha Kamasya Shri Kamasya Tat Prapti Sadhanam Japa Homau Uchyade, Shankara says. So those who desire Medha and Shri, the following mantra and the japa of that mantra, constant chanting of the mantra, help them to achieve all that. Let's read it. Yaschantasa mrishabho vishwarupaha chandobhyo dhyamruda sampabhuva Samentro medhaya sprunotu Amrutasya devadharano bhuyasam Shariram me vicharshanam Jikva me madhumattama Karna abhyam bhuri vishruvam Brahmana koshosi medhaya pihitaha Shrutam me gopaya. Up to there is a mantra. If you chant it daily, your mind will expand, your memory power will improve. For brain power, this particular Medha Kamas, brilliance, intelligence, power. So what does it mean? Yaschantasa mrishabho. And the same thing you can use for japa also, homa also. Homa is offering materials into fire, chanting this mantra. So japa and homa. So what does this mantra mean? Yaschantasa mrishabho vishwarupaha. First of all, you invoke the deity in this mantra. The deity is invoked in this mantra. Yaschantasa mrishabho vishwarupaha. So yata chandasa mrishabha. What is the most important mantra in the Vedas? Chandas means Vedas. Chandasam Madhye, among the Vedic mantras, Rishabha, the most exalted mantra. The most exalted mantra in the Vedic mantras. What is that? The most exalted mantra. Some people say it is Purusha Sukta. Purusha Sukta is a very important sukta in the Vedas. It's a little longish. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sabhomim Vishwato Vrutvatyutishtad Dashankulam Purusha Sukta. Some people say it is Gayatri. Bhuvas Subhatasya Vidurvarenyam Bhaggo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. Some people say it is the Vyakrudis. Om Bhuhu Bhuva Suva. That's the most important. And some people say the most important mantra is Om. Om is the quintessential mantra of the Vedas. It's the most important mantra. No other mantra. It's a monosyllabic mantra. It's a single letter mantra. The most important mantra in the world of the Vedas. So the story goes, Brahmaji meditates upon the world. He spent years and years meditating on the world of sensation. And from that meditation, he distilled the Vedas. All the four Vedas. All four Vedas is the distilled form of the world. Then he continued to meditate. It's like some Ayurveda, Rasayanam and all that. It says he continued to meditate on the Vedas. And on that meditation he got Purusha Sukta as the most important. Then he continued to meditate, Purusha Sukta. Then he got the Gayatri. Then he continued to meditate. And finally he got Om. Om is the quintessential mantra. So those who chant Om every day, it is equivalent to chanting the whole Veda. So if you can chant Om, 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 Om 108 times, you chanted the whole Veda 108 times. You don't have to do any other chanting. Oh, that is very difficult. Even chanting Om is very difficult. So chant Om 108 times. You're completed. Pardon? 108 times. 108 times. Chant Veda Om 108 times. It is equivalent to chanting Veda, the whole of Veda, because Om is the most essential mantra. So Yada Chandasam Rishabha, that which is the most exalted Vedic mantra. What is that mantra? Om. Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa means a cosmic form. Because Om includes the whole cosmos, it says. Om is a vibration. Om. And that Om includes all the vibrations. Because the whole universe is a vibration. The first explosion and then vibration. Energy is moving fast. So the whole cosmic vibration, somebody can put it together, can hear it from outside. It will sound Om, Om, Om. Somebody says Brahmaji chants Om. When he chants Om, the universe manifests. When he completes the Om, universe goes back. Is Brahmaji's breath. The world is Brahmaji's breath. He breathes out, the world breathes. He is still breathing out. That's why we are here. Stop breathing, we will not be sitting here. So the Om is called Vishwarupa. It is all encompassed. The sound is all encompassed. It encompasses everything. That's the beauty of Om. So this particular mantra, monosyllabic mantra in the Veda, is the most important mantra, and it encompasses all kind of vibration, the whole universe, a symbol for the whole universe. Yaschantasam Rishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyo Thyamruda Sambabhuva. So Chandobhya Sambabhuva. This Om emerged from the Vedic mantras. Chandas means the Vedic mantra. Chandobhya Adhyamruda, Adhi Amruda, that immortal Veda, the Om arose. So it's the essence of the Veda. Chandobhya ati amrdat sambabhuva. Om emerged from the Vedas. Maybe that's why Mahatma Gandhi or somebody said, even if the whole Veda is destroyed, if you have an idea of Om, chant Om, and one who chants Om, his mind will again conceive the whole Veda. Because Vedic knowledge is there. You cannot destroy it. You can only destroy the book. You can destroy the people who chant the Vedas. You cannot destroy the knowledge which is spread all around. It's there. Like Vajpayee is there in this room. As what? As electronic, not prime minister. The electronic molecules, it's there. It's there. How do you know? Bring a TV. Tune to the record station. Vajpayee will come alive with all his gesticulation. He will be here. He's there. He's everywhere. You need the right equipment to capture it. Vajpayee is Indian Prime Minister. So too, this Vedic knowledge is everywhere. You need the right kind of mind to get it, to capture it. So you cannot destroy the Vedic knowledge. So yes, Chandasam Rishabhaha Vishwarupaha Chandobhya Adhyamrada Sambabhuva. And Om emerged from the ocean of the Vedas, the Vedic ocean, the immortal Veda. Om arose. So first is a praise of Om. You are praising Om now. You are glorifying Om. In any upasana, first you have to glorify the deity. If you are a Ganesha upasana, you have to glorify Ganesh. Don't say useless person eats a lot and then you worship him. You have to first glorify him. Ganesha is to be glorified. You are such a wonderful person. You are Brahma, you are son of Shiva, you are the brother of Kartikeya, you are son of Parvati, and you are all knowing, you got all qualities, you have studied all the Vedas. Then alone Ganesha will bless you. Don't curse him and expect any blessing from him. So to here, you have to glorify Om. So that's the glorification. Om is the sense of Vedas. Om is all pervading. It arose from the ocean of the Vedic knowledge. And then, Sa in samentro medhaya asprunotu. Now the request. What is the request? The prayer. Sa Indra, this king among mantras. Indra means the king, the most important. Sa Indra. Indra means the king among the Vedic mantras. Me medhaya sprunodu. Nourish me with intelligence. Make me a very intelligent person. Intelligence is very important. Medha. Dharana Shakti. You see, intelligence has got two aspects. Dharana Shakti, memory power, and then the power to apply that knowledge. Recall the knowledge and then apply that knowledge. These are all different things. First of all, you must hold what you study. We forget very fast. So first is, whatever you study you have to hold in your mind. Somewhere on the side lobes you have to collect them. These two lobes are there for you to collect your information. And then you have to recall them. Some people store everything, but if I ask them bring that book, they don't know where it is. They keep the book somewhere, throw it here, throw it there. Later if you want to take it, it's not there. I don't know where it has gone. But I have given you yesterday. Yes, I put it somewhere. So some people store but they don't recall. Some people recall but they don't know how to apply it. Apply the knowledge. For example, these children, students, they learn by rote. They just say it again and again and by heart information. How do they by heart information? Vajpayee is the Prime Minister of India. Vajpayee is the Prime Minister of India. Vajpayee is the Prime Minister. Vajpayee is the Prime Minister of India. Then after some time, Vajpayee. Prime Minister of India, of India. This is how they study. Vajpayee is the Prime Minister of India. And they are very confident. I studied. They go to a examination hall. So instead of asking who is the Prime Minister of India, if you ask who is the Prime Minister of India, they know how to answer. Vajpayee is the Prime Minister of India. Instead of that, they question us, who is Vajpayee? For which they have no answer. Who is the Prime Minister? They will say Vajpayee. Who is Vajpayee? They have no. That requires, they have the knowledge, but they don't know how to apply that knowledge situationally. The ability to apply your information situationally is intelligence. So there are a lot of learned people, but they have no intelligence. A lot of intelligent people, they don't have much learning, but they can apply their knowledge. Intelligence, memory power involves Medha Shakti and Buddhi Shakti also, the ability to apply that knowledge. So you need all these abilities, otherwise you will make a mess of your life. So Samentro Methaya Aspranodu. Me Indra. Indra means the Om. Om is the Indra. He is the king among all the mantras. So he is called Indra. So may this Om Methaya Aspranodu nourish me with intelligence. Methaya Aspranodu. Spranodu means nourish. Then Amrutasya Deva Dharano Bhuyasam. Why do you need such a mighty intellect? What's the purpose? Do you want to be like an Einstein or a Stephen Hawking, or what is the purpose of all this intelligence? What is the motive behind? Says Amrutasya Deva Dharano Bhuyasam. O Deva, again addressing O. Om is addressed as Deva, O luminous one, O Deva. My purpose of asking for intelligence is Amrutasya Dharano Bhuyasam. So and the fourth, isn't it? Fourth. The fourth is Adhiprajam. Praja means progeny. The biological world, the world of biology. So I thought I completed my biological study, then came here. You are again pushing me into that. So the biological world. Adhipraja. Praja means progeny. And finally, Adhyatmam. Atma means the individual. Meditation on the individual. Meaning you, individual. Individual is the final. The base of the pyramid is physical world. On that is the luminous world. On that is the cultural world. Then the biological world. Then there is the individual, self-conscious individual, which you are. These are the various layers of the pyramid on which you are meditating. So let's read that once more. Adhilokam adhijyotisham adhividyam adhiprajam adhyatmam. Adhilokam adhijyotisham adhividyam adhiprajam adhyatmam. Tamaha sagum hida itya chachade. Ta means these five. These five, Maha Samhida. Maha means the great, the most important. Samhidaha combination. These are the most important combinations in the hierarchy of life. Most important combination. Idi ajakshade is said. This is said about these combinations. These are the most important combinations in our life. Of course, you can take cinema also for meditation. That also is a combination. You see, you can take politics. You can take something else. But in our life, these are the main important combinations for meditation. Tamaha sagum gita itya chakshate. Now let us take one by one. First is what? Adhiloka. We'll take up Adhiloka Upasana, dealing with the physical world. What are the, now you are sitting on that ground as a physical person. Suppose the ground starts shaking, rumbling. Very difficult. There is a solid ground for you to sit. And this is the planet on which we are living. The planet is cruising in the space. It's a kind of a train which you are traveling in this planet. This is the only known train running planet where human beings live. So here is the solid earth on which you live. And the solid earth provides you water, air, food. What happened now? So here is the solid earth in which you live. And that's a physical world. Now, as you sit on the earth, you are surrounded by the atmosphere, air, the pressure of the air. The pressure of the air is not there, you will be floating. One moment I will see you here, next moment you will be there. The very fact you sit there solidly shows that there is certain pressure, air pressure, the gravity, etc. So you have a surrounding pressure around you, the antariksha. Then you have something above you, the blue sky, the starry blue sky above you. So all these one has to take into consideration. So let's see what are the factors involved. In the first set, what are the factors involved? Pruthivi Purva Rupam Dyaurutara Rupam Akasha Sandhi Vayu Sandhanam Ityadhilokam. That's the Adhiloka Upasana. First is Pruthivi Purva Rupam. In this Upasana, they give you 4 factors. Purva Rupam, Uttara Rupam, and Sandhi and Sandhan. In anything, in connections, you need at minimum 2 things. 2 things come and join. For a connection, 2 things are necessary. And in 2 things, first you take one thing and then you take something. Purva and Uttara. Prior and the posterior form. 2 things are necessary. And then when you connect them, you need a space to connect them. In a certain space, they come to connect. And then you need connecting links also. So you need connecting links, you need 2 objects, and then you need a space where they can come and connect. All the 4 are mentioned here. He says, Pruthivi Purva Rupam. Pruthivi, earth, the prior form, earth on which you are sitting. Dyaurutara Rupam. Dyav means the sky above you. The sky above you is the Uttara Rupam, posterior form. The prior and the posterior. Dyaurutara Rupam Akasha Sandhi. So the higher sky and the lower earth, they come join in the space. In between, space. Akasha Sandhi. Don't you have a space in between? Between the high heavens, the starry night, heavens and the earth. And in between, the space where they join. And what is the connecting link which connects them? Vayu Sandhanam. Vayu connects them. There connects them.
So 4 objects are there in this meditation. What are the 4 objects? Earth, sky, space, and then air. Meditate all the 4. You can go out, sit there, feel the earth beneath you, feel the heavens above you, feel the air which dances around you, and see the space in which all of them come together. They are all gross objects. So, almost 5 elements come there. So Prithvi is the earth element, then sky, Akasha. Dev is only it's not the elemental concept. The concept is more physical. So you see the earth, the sky above you, and the space in between, and the air around you. Dev, the high heavens, the above space, the above. What is above you? Materially above you. This is the idea of a common man. He sees a earth. If you read, see the pictures of in the Bible, old Bible, picture of the world, you find a plate down, a plate above, and a pillar connecting them. That is the universe. Meditate. So something like that. For an ordinary man, what he sees is the earth, sky, from where rain comes, the starry sky, and then the space in between where you can move about, and the air. What else is there? They all are connected. That's the idea. See the connection between these 4. And you are there as an individual. And you are related with all this. So you can meditate on this. Today evening you can meditate. The earth below you, the heavens above you, the space between the heaven and earth, and you connecting them. Your body connects them. Your body is like the pillar. Your head is the heavens there, and this, and the air is dancing around you, feel it. Meditate on that and see the connections between them. Meditate. You can meditate for hours on this itself. All your other problems will simply vanish. So this is called Adhiloka Upasana. Adhiloka Upasana. And these are called, the whole thing is called Adhikaranas. Adhikarana. These 4 numbers. Together is called Adhikarana. As a set, Adhikarana. I hope it's clear. This Adhikarana. And this Upasana is called Adhiloka Upasana. And this is our gross dimension. Now we got a little subtle. So let's read that. Athati lokam Prithvi purva rupam Dyauluttara rupam Akasha sandhi Vayu sandhanam. So it's not just the elemental concept of the elements. It's the ordinary man's world of experiences. Earth, heavens, he sitting in the middle, in the space, and then the Vayu around him. That's all what he knows. But what is meant, they are trying to see the connections between. They are not disconnected, ghostly entities. They are all connected phenomena.
Here, Dyavu and Akasha, they have to be distinguished.
Yes. Dyav is the, what is above.
Heaven, Sarga.
It's not Sarga. It's not Sarga. It is not space. Space is the in between. Yeah, Akasha is space. Dyav is the heaven. Yes. Pardon?
What is that we have above?
What is above, what is below, they come together in the space, in between.
What is above?
What's above is Dyav.
Dyav.
What is above is called Dyav. In English we can call it the heaven, the starry heaven. The starry heaven.
Akasha is used in a different sense. Akasha is space.
Akasha is space where they come together.
Yes.
The starry heaven and the terrestrial earth come together in the space. They are the connecting medium in which they come together. And the connecting link is...
There is one difficulty. The starry sky is known as Akasha, is referred to Akasha.
That is not.
That is...
Akasha literally means Avakasha itra Akasha.
Akasha is there in a different sense also.
Sense also. That's why I am giving you the meaning. So one is the above region, the other is the below region, and Akasha is the space where they come together. And what connects them is the Vayu, air. Connecting link.
Akasha is not that umbrella that's seen above.
No, this is space. So, Prithvi Purva Rupam, Dyauruttara Rupam, Akasha Sandhi, Vayu Sandhan. Let's not bring the Malayalam meaning here. Malayalam meaning will...
Those words are here.
Yeah, words are.
They should be properly interpreted.
They will be properly. I hope I interpreted them properly. Yes.
Starry won't do. Starry sky will do.
Not in this context.
Context. Yes. So,
Whoever handles this
must properly understand it. This is the common man's world we are trying to describe. So Dev. Now when we go more into the explanations, then they all get different meanings. They all get different meanings. But in this context, these words means same thing. So, Prithvi Purva Rupam, Dyauruttara Rupam, Akasha Sandhi, Vayu Sandhanam. Now, Ityadhilokam, thus Adhiloka Upasana is explained. That's over. Now it's for you to practice it. You cannot say, okay, Guru, you practice and tell me. You have to practice and experience it. So that's the one Upasana. Now we come to the next Upasana. Athadi Jyotisham. Now Atha means thereafter. Adhi Jyotisham comes meditation on luminous objects. Adhi means on or with reference to. Jyotisham means luminous objects, the energies. What are the factors involved in that Upasana? Now here also you find a Purva Rupa, Uttar Rupa, Sandhi and Sandhan. In all this you find that Purva Rupa, prior form, Uttar Rupa, posterior form, Sandhi connection, Sandhana is the connecting medium.
So 4 in all.
Four in all you find. So, Ityadhilokam Athadi Jyotisham Agnif Purva Rupam. In this Upasana, Agni is the prayer form. Agni means fire. The fire you have here on the earth. The fire. The fire in your kitchen, the fire in your Yajnashala, the fire in your stomach, all these are included in this fire. The fire we saw yesterday in the forest, all this fire which keeps this earth warm, your environment warm, the fire. Agnif Purva Rupam. Agni means the earthly fire. The fire. And then Aditya Uttara Rupam. Then the higher fire. What is that? Aditya, the sun, the central heating system. The Aditya, sun. So the sun there and the energy, heat, warmth available here in the earth, in your own body, in your home, in your Yajnashala, all this fire which we use, all these fires are put together called Agni. And then the higher fire, the sun. Without the sun, this fire is not possible. Without this fire, we cannot live. So therefore, these two fires are taken. Agnif Purva Rupam, Aditya Uttara Rupam, the higher form, the prior form and the posterior form, or you can say the higher form and the lower form, but it's better the prior and the posterior form. Apa-sandhi. And apa is the sandhi, the join. What joins them is apa. Apa is the moisture in the atmosphere, the moisture. The water content in the atmosphere. That is what joins the fire. That's how the sun's energy comes to the lower levels. The moisture, aba, water. And the connecting link, it connects, the link is Vaidyuta Sandhanam. Vaidyuta is the lightning or the transmission of energy, the lightning. So the moisture, apa, and the lightning, Vaidyuta is lightning. Pardon? That is one aspect of it. The lightning is one aspect. Or any kind of radiation that happens from that source to this source. So all these are connections. So athadi jaudisham agnif purva rupam aditya uttara rupam. So physicists will say the lightning is possible because of the moisture, isn't it, in the atmosphere. Otherwise it's not possible. That's how the lightning happens. So agnif purva rupam aditya uttara rupam abasandhi vaidyuta sandhanam. So there is radiation happening from the higher to the lower, from the higher energy levels to the lower energy. From the sun to you, radiation, the light travels, light transmits itself. So as you have seen, it is the sunlight which you get transformed into tissues, eating which you nourish your body. It's all one and the same thing. 15th chapter you find that. Yadaditya gadam tejaha jagadbhasya dekhilam yachandramasi yachagano tattejo vidhimamagam gama vishya bhudani dharayamyahamojasa pushnami cha aushadhi sarva somo bhutva rasatma aham vaishwanaro bhutva. Then pranapana praninam deham asridaha pranapana samayukta pajamyannam chadurvidam. All these connections are said there. So athadi jautisham agnif purva rupam aditya uttara rupam apasandhi vaidyuta sandhan. So when you sit for this meditation, you feel the warmth in your body, in your stomach, in your body, and in your surroundings. That's the Purva Rupa. And the warmth up there, sun and the star, that's the Uttara Rupa. And the moisture in the air, the transmitting medium, and then the transmittance which happens there. All this one has to meditate on the subtler level.
So then, that means one after the other you do?
Yeah, you can. First you meditate on the Purva Rupa, then the Uttara Rupa, then the transmit. In that order you can visualize.
And Sandhana and Sandhi.
Yes, Sandhana and Sandhi. So in that order you visualize. So that way Adhijaudisham is over. Now, Athadi Vidyam. Now we come to the cultural world, Vidya, knowledge. Because human beings, the community, our culture, our history, tradition is all because of knowledge. Ability to create knowledge, retain that, and then transmit it from generation to generation. First we process knowledge from information. Animals cannot do that. Animals get all kind of sensation, but they cannot process that sensation into information and into knowledge. You can beat an animal every day, but one day if you hold a fresh bunch of grass, the animal will come to you. It has forgotten all of it. But you and I, there may be a stick hidden in that bunch of grass. You know that because you have got prior knowledge. You process that knowledge into, sensation into information and knowledge. So you know that grass contains something. It's not simple grass. So you will turn that way. You will not sit there. It's very difficult. I remember a story, this monkey story. I don't know whether I have told you that monkey story. You must have heard one part of the story, not the other part. What is one part of the story? This man goes selling monkey caps. All of you have heard the story. Selling monkey caps. He collects the caps in a basket and go from village to village, and then he gets tired, and then he sits under a tree, keeps the basket down, and he reclines and relaxes and dozes off. Quite oblivious of the monkeys on the trees. So when he sleeps, the monkeys come down, pick up all the caps and go up. And they put the cap and laugh and make noise, and then this man got up. Then when he saw the caps are gone, except one cap which he was wearing. So he said shoo shoo, then the monkey also will shoo shoo. He will throw something, the monkeys will throw something on him. So from all this he generated in knowledge. What is the knowledge? Whatever I do, the monkey repeats. So immediately he projects that knowledge. If I take my cap and throw, the monkeys will throw all that. Only we can do that, this kind of thing. So he took the cap through, and the monkeys threw all the caps. The other cap they couldn't catch, that also fell down. So he got all the caps. Then he goes back home, a piece of managerial wisdom. Then it's time for him to retire, and he called his son and he taught this information. What it may happen to you also. This is my experience. Therefore, whenever it happens, what you do, you have to simply do this and you will get all the caps. I mean, if time comes or a need arises, you can use this piece of information. So his son was now on the business. Same thing happened, the same place. He slept and all the caps are gone. Monkeys are taken. But when he saw the monkeys, he thought, oh, I know how to tackle these monkeys. So what he did, he just took his cap, threw it. Then one of the monkey caught that cap also. Then he laughed and said, oh, your father taught this wisdom. Our father also taught this wisdom. So this is how you transmit knowledge. You understand? Our father also taught us this wisdom. That this guy will come. Last time he cheated us. This time also he is going to do the same thing. Because we human beings repeat. That's another problem with us. We repeat our success. We repeat the same thing. Which took us to success, we repeat it. Not knowing that next time it will not work. We are not innovative in our use of knowledge. That's one problem with us. So we get stuck at different spot. And some great man should have come, or a total calamity should happen for another breakthrough. So knowledge is very, very important for human survival. Without knowledge we cannot survive. Therefore, meditation on that. Athadhi vidyam Acharya purva rupam Andevasyuttara rupam Vidya sandhihi Pravajanakum sandhanam Ityadhi vidyam. This is the meditation on vidya, knowledge. In knowledge, what are the two important factors? Acharya and Andevasi. Andevasi means one who lives with Acharya. And on those days, students used to live with the teacher and observe him very critically. What is he doing? What is he eating? When is he sleeping? Is he has double values, one for us, one for him? He told us not to take coffee, tea, before the meditation, is he taking tea? All those things they are watching. Understand? If he takes tea, why can't we do that? So therefore, an acharya he should be an exemplary. He should do exactly what he preaches. He cannot have double values. Students will not tolerate it, double values. So whatever he speaks, teaches, he should follow it implicitly. Then alone student can develop respect. Without respect you cannot learn also. Especially these values, these kind of things. To study mathematics, chemistry, you don't need any respect. You can put up your leg on the desk and then and eat a sandwich and have a Coca-Cola bottle and still listen. It is possible, but not these values. These values you cannot learn like that. So an exemplary teacher is necessary. So students used to live with the teacher. That's why Andevasi. Andevasi means he is an insider. He lives with the guru. So Acharya means Swayam Acharadi Paran Acharayadi. One who teaches what he preaches, and one who practices what he preaches. Nowadays they say one who walks what he talks. The one who walks what he talks. He walks what he talks. That's the character of a teacher. So Acharya Purva Rupam Andevasyuttara Rupam. Sandevasi is the posterior, the other form. What brings them together between the teacher and the student? Vidya Sandhihi, knowledge. They operate in an atmosphere of space of knowledge. That's the space where they come to. This is a space of knowledge. You are not sitting in this space for your information. This space anytime you can sit. You are not sitting in the gross space. You are sitting in the space of knowledge now. That's what brings you together. That's what brings you together. That's why, what is the space in which you come together? Vidya Sandhihi, knowledge. If there is no knowledge, we will not be able to sit 2 hours together. It's a big task because we are sitting in a different space, the space of knowledge. Vidya Sandhihi. And what connects both of them? Pravajanakam Sandhanam. Teaching is what connects. Teaching. Pravajana means teaching. Pravachan. Vachan Pravajan. Pravajan dera hai. Don't you say that? Swamiji Alka Pravajan dera. Pravachan. Vachan means politicians talk. Keep on talking without any topic. Pravajan means talk on a certain specific topic. And when you give a pravachan, you have to follow some principles. What are those principles? First you have to give an introduction. Upakrama. Upakrama is very important. Give them an introduction. And the introduction you are going to tell them what is the subject matter which you are going to discourse upon. That's very important. So that if you are not interested, you can quit. You see, unless this is the subject, I am not interested, I am leaving. I thought some food will be distributed here, or some money is distributed, or some political party tickets are being given, and I am in a wrong place. So are you interested in this topic? That is one thing. Secondly, the student knows, is the lecture following the given topic, or is he saying something else? Haven't you heard that story? In the examination, the student learned 10 words about a cow, 10 sentences about a cow. But in the examination, unfortunately, the question was, write 10 sentences about a tree, or a coconut tree or something. So, he does not know anything about the coconut tree. What did he did? But he is very clever. You see, he does not know anything about the coconut tree. So he said, there was a cow which was tied to a coconut tree, and then he went down on the coconut tree. Whatever he knew. Most of the talks are like that. The cow being tied to a coconut tree, and then he go on and on and on the coconut tree. He has nothing to say on the cow. So the ability to concentrate on the topic. You should not talk all that you know. It should be based on the topic. A certain topic is given. So if you give an upakrama introduction, first thing only students of that topic will be there. Second thing, the teacher, the speaker is constrained to remain in that topic. He doesn't just wander here and there. He is able to focus on the topic. So upakrama, that's very important in a talk. And the second is upakrama, upasamhara. You should know how to conclude also. That is the most difficult thing, how to stop, which I am going to do right away. So, how to conclude your talk in a nice way, not that drop you in the high heavens, bring you down and conclude it. So, introduction and conclusion are key elements of disciplined discourse. Then another aspect of a disciplined discourse is you must repeat periodically, because otherwise student may forget. So periodic repetition is important. Abhyasa, which is called abhyasa. In Ramayana you find that periodically somebody tells the same story, the whole story will be repeated. So Sita, Hanuman comes and Sita says, oh, I was like this, like this. The whole Ramayana is repeated. Or Hanuman goes somewhere and meets somebody. The whole Ramayana is repeated. So you find periodic repetition, which is called abhyasa, which is not a sin. You must do that. You should not go like a rocket. There should be several stages. And abhyasa, avartana is necessary in the spirituality. Then whatever you present, you must give a logic to it. It should not be blank statements. Do this, otherwise to hell shall thou go. That kind of blank statements are not part of a good talk. You must logically. Then you must also praise the knowledge. What is the benefit of that knowledge? That's very important. What do you get out of the whole business, enterprise? Praise and benefit. Compare this with the other knowledge. Some kind of a sales talk. What is the USP of your knowledge? Unique selling point. Why this knowledge? Why not other things? You see, why should I waste my time? We are all busy people. And don't think I don't know anything. We also know a few things. All of you know a lot of things. So why? What is the USP, uniqueness of this knowledge, which I have to study? I spend all my time learning several things. And now you come and say, this is to be studied. Why? So the uniqueness of this knowledge is to be said. So, upakrama, upasamhara, abhyasa, then logic, and the praise, benefits, and then the uniqueness of the knowledge and the benefit of the knowledge. It has to be proved this is something unique, different from other knowledges. Otherwise you may say, oh, I have studied that. This is something similar to that. Isn't it? There is no choice in this. This is to be studied. It is not one among the knowledge. You know, when they sell toothpaste, they say, this is the, you have to use this. Similarly, we have to say this is a unique means of knowledge, unique subject we are. Apurvada they call it. Apurvada in Sanskrit. apurvata, uniqueness of this knowledge. And then bhala. So apurvata, bhala, I give you that sloga, probably that may help you. Upakramopasamharo, abhyaso apurvata bhalam, arthavado upapattischa lingam tattvirya nirnaye. You don't have to write the sloga, I'll write the words. Upakrama, introduction. Upasamhara, conclusion. Abhyasa, repetition. Apurvada, uniqueness. Bhala, the result. Are you able to write down? I repeat, Upakrama, Upasamhara, Abhyasa, repetition, you must repeat. Even in songs you find it is a refrain. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Modhamade, Samprapte, Sannigide, Kale, Nahi Nahi Ratchadi Karne. Then you go off somewhere again, Bhaja Govindam, So this way you have to repeat it again. It is like pushing into your system, rubbing into your system. So, Apurvada Bhalam, then Arthavada. Arthavada means praise. Arthavada, praise. You must praise this now. Oh, in comparison to that, this is the best. Every guru says his method is the best. It's allowed. If you say what I am going to teach you is the worst, and there are other best good methods, and since I have nothing else to do, I am doing this. If you want to learn, you can learn. It has not benefited me, but still I am teaching, because this is my only livelihood. If I teach like that, will you listen to it? Nobody is going to listen. So therefore, I have to say, this is the best artha. And then comes upapatti. Upapatti means reasoning. Whatever I say, upapatti, reasoning, logical, it should be logic proof. It should be absolutely logical. It should be the highest order of logic, not symbol logic. It's the highest order of complex logic that you have to highly convincing. So it says intellectually convincing. So he says arthavado bhavattischa lingam tatparya nirnaya. If you cannot follow this principle, keep quiet, he said. If you cannot follow this principle, how many points are there? Upakrama, Upasamhara, Abhyasa, Apurvada, Bhalam, Arthavada, Upavati. 7 principles of rhetoric. No, you take it 7. Why do you reduce it? Take it 7. They are important points. So, Upakramo Basamharo, Abhyaso Apurvada Bhalam, Arthavado Bhavattischa, Lingam Tatparya Nirnaye. These principles are to be followed. If you cannot follow, don't speak. Let somebody else speak who can follow these principles. Okay, with this we conclude for the time being. And Athadhi Jyotisham Agnif Purvarupam Aditya Uttararupam Abasandhihi Vaidyutasandhanam Ityadhi Jyotisham Athadhi Vidyam Acharyah Purvarupam Andevasyuttararupam Vidyasandhihi Pravajanakum Sandhanam Ityadhi Vidyam Athadhi Prajam
Mata Purvarupam Vidottara Rupam Prajasandhi Prajananakum Sandhanam Ityadhi Prajam Adhadhyatmam Adharahanuf Purvarupam Uttarahanuruttara Rupam Vak Sandhi Jikhva Sandhanam Ityadhyatmam Idima Mahasagumhitaha Ya eva meta mahasagumhita vyakhyata veda Sandhiyade prajaya pashubhihi Brahma varchasena annadyena suvargena lokena So we were discussing these 5 types of upasanas. One upasana on the physical objects and trying to see their connections that exist between this physical object. And this physical object define our physical environment. They are the very ground of our physical environment. And then meditation upon the luminous object, the energy field, and the connected objects, and trying to see the connectivity that exists between them. And then your cultural world, and what are the factors involved in the cultural world, and then the biological world. Then there is the individual. So among the physical objects, we saw Prithvi, the earth on which you sit, and Dyav, the higher worlds, and then Antarisha, the inner space, and the air that dances around you, that tickling and dances around you, which goes into you, that comes out of you. These are all define your physical environment. Without them we cannot exist. We cannot exist without the earth, nor without the clouds and the rains, nor can we exist without the air. So these are all defining factors, very important factors in our existence. And see the connection between them. See how together they nourish you. That is the object of meditation there. And the second set, which is the luminous objects, includes the fire here on the ground. There are various types of fire. The fire in your kitchen, without which you cannot survive. The fire in the yajnashala, without which you cannot survive. The fire in your own stomach, without which you cannot survive. If there is no hunger, survival is difficult. You don't eat and you feel upset. So fire in your stomach, which digests the food that you eat, also is an important fire. So this is the prayer form, these fire. And then the sun, the central heating system, the source of all the energy for the solar system. Sun is the posterior form. And then the water molecules that float around in between, and through which radiation, light, the lightning is the connecting link there. So the prayer form, the posterior form, the space where they come together, and the connecting